um, Germany is one of the countries that gives a lot of support to even foreigners. And looking at you being someone who came from Africa, you've
Mm.
had all the opportunities, someone would say, and then
Yeah,
growing up to, I know you are in your late 20s or early 30s,
yeah. Early times, yeah.
early 30s, and,
Mm.
and talking about struggling about a place to sleep and something like that. How do you get to such a place when you have all the benefits
Yeah,
here in Germany?
yeah. I mean,
So, all right, guys, once again, welcome to Lapoteetv, the only YouTube channel that brings you interview with African personalities that are here in the diaspora. In case you happen to be an artist or you are doing anything here in the diaspora, Germany or Hamburg to precise, and you're looking for that platform where somebody can interview, then Lapoteetv is the place to be. Today, once again, I'm here with a gentleman who has been here when I started this show firstly, and was here. We granted him an interview, and it was very interesting. And I thought about it once, and I was like, compared from the last time he came in now, looks like there's a lot going on him. So let's bring him here back onto Lapoteetv. And today I have him here once again with me. He goes by the name
the genie.
Legeny. So Legeny, once again, I want to say,
Yeah,
nice
thanks.
having you on Lapote show.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much.
How,
Yeah.
how many months is it right now since the last time you showed up?
11 months.
11
Yeah,
months,
it's
right?
11 months.
It's funny how come that the time is just flying, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our last interview, I remember you said something about you being a legend or something like that, and you are like, oh, people will definitely not understand, but with time, we are going to understand. So what's going on right now with you, and what's up with the legendary thing? What are
Okay.
some of the things that we need to be seeing that we are not seeing now? Because once
Yeah,
someone says a legend, I mean there is something that makes the person a legend. So tell us
yeah.
what's going on with you.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me here.
Okay.
It's 11 months since the last time,
Mm-hmm.
and as you were saying before, it was a different place, different position.
Okay.
Now things are totally different now. And your question was what I meant with like the legendary
Yeah.
genius. And so
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's my artist name, Legeny, legend and genius, both combined, legendary genius. And just to put it, real quick, it's like I feel like um, someone who everybody can be a legend. If you're a person who
Mm-hmm.
went through something,
Mm-hmm.
and then makes the decision to say, okay, I've went through all this pain, I've went through all these things, but my goal is to use the energy
Mm-hmm.
and as the fuel to do something good,
Mm-hmm.
or to like help people get out of like similar situations that I've went through.
Okay.
So there's someone who I consider as a legend, and that's like the kind of like philosophy that I follow.
Okay.
And with the genius, it's just that I like I am a genius.
Okay.
I have a creative mind.
Okay.
I'm blessed with a creative mind, and
Okay.
not only that, but also the way how I grew up and the situation that I went through. Uh, at first, it seemed as like something that was harming me, but it's like I actually figured out it was a training. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, right? Growing up, I didn't have like toys and stuff like that, so I had to like start building my own toys, which gave me like the um creativity to create nothing out of something, you know.
Okay.
And it's like the genius part. And so that's how the name came about.
I feel like sometimes we as people we just use name for using sake, because if I am right, anytime you hear the word legendary, we say someone is a legend. Probably there is something in particular the person have done it for a while, and the person is well known, and then the person normally people call you the name, but then when you give yourself the name a legend,
Yeah.
do you actually think you are a legend yourself, or do you hear people calling you legends?
Like I don't hear people calling me, but
But you
and
believe yourself you are a
yeah,
legend.
I understand. I understand like what you're saying. Like normally, like people are supposed to call you a
A
legend and
legend,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But you call yourself a
I call
legend.
myself a
A
legend
legend.
because I feel
So
like
even if people don't see you as a legend because of what you've gone through, you see yourself as a
yeah,
legend.
and
Good with
what
that.
what I know that is coming, and
Mhm.
what I've already accomplished for myself,
Mhm.
and it's like I don't have to wait for the people to call me
Call
a
you a
legend
legend, yeah.
to know that I'm a legend. I
Yeah.
just figured out myself that I
Okay.
am, and I
Okay.
also um like, and it's good that you're bringing out this point because
Okay.
that's the thing. Like people are waiting for someone to
So,
like
mhm.
name them someone.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
why do you have to wait for someone to tell you that you are a genius so
Mm.
you can accept that you're a genius?
So if you are a genius, you have to accept it to yourself. You don't wait for
Yeah,
somebody pointing to it that you are
yeah.
a genius.
And then on the way, it's like, you know, what the way you see yourself and how you put things into reality, that's
Mm.
eventually how
People will
people will
see
view
you.
yourself. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm not going to say, man. Like I said, I'm here with the man, legendary, le genius, and he just
Mm.
explained the reason why he called himself the legend without waiting for someone to proclaim him a legend. Yeah, as you're speaking, you said something in different place. You said now you are in a different place
Yeah, man.
compared
Different
to the
place.
last time you came here to here. Now you say
Yeah.
you are on a different place, different terrain. What's different? What's the different place that you feel like you are now?
Uh, uh, like a lot of many ways, but
Mm,
mostly I feel like it's more about and personally and
mhm,
emotionally too.
mhm,
But also like on a physical level as well,
mhm.
because I feel like I think um the last time where we met, I was like I wasn't even sure of where I was sleeping and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So I had to like figure things out, and
Mhm,
like career wise, you remember I was telling you that I
yeah.
wanted to like drop a single,
Mhm.
which I actually just dropped recently.
Oh, okay.
But you remember when I
We'll get into that. I remember all that.
yeah
You has to
yeah
tell me to take off some couple of things from the video, which normally I don't do.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So that's what I'm
Mhm,
saying. So I feel like I'm a more and like I believe in like in the
mhm.
in growth and in the process, and I feel like emotionally I'm more on a better level. I'm
Better
more
let
stable than I was back
before.
then,
Mhm.
because back then a lot of things were going
Going
on,
on.
so I was more like I was kind of like I was down, but I
Mhm,
was like, no, I have to like hold it.
mhm,
I have to hold it because I know that it's about
mhm,
growth, and
mhm,
eventually things will start getting better.
mhm.
Yeah,
Down. Now let's talk about the word down. Down was an artist. When you are an artist, people always expect you anytime you mount the stage, you should be able to put a smile on the people's faces,
yeah,
perform to let them have that joy. You said something that back the last time when I had you interview, you were still even figuring out the place to sit. But then when I saw you, you just finished performing on the stage. How are you able to have your crafts and have everything going on whilst you're going through such a thing and still mount on stage and try to put a smile on people's faces while performing?
yeah. How? I mean, because I think it's probably it's something that I enjoy doing,
Mhm,
and it's also something that I feel like when I
mhm,
because I and that's the thing, right? Because I know that
mhm,
even though I'm going through stuff,
mhm,
I know that eventually I'm strong,
mhm,
and I know that I'll overcome it.
mhm, mhm,
So and it's more like it's kind of like a selfless thing
mhm,
to do, because I feel like even though I'm going through stuff, but
mhm.
there are other people who are going through worse,
Worse than you, yeah.
and I know that those people they're not uh, um, they might not have like that
Mhm,
kind of like strength that I
mhm,
have, that
mhm,
I can pull through, you
mhm,
know.
mhm.
So it's like I can put my stuff
Aside.
aside,
Mhm,
to know that okay, for now I can be there, I have to be there for some people,
mhm.
or I have to like just do the things that I enjoy doing,
Doing.
and which is performing,
Mhm.
which is actually like putting a smile on people's
Mhm.
face.
It's interesting. Anytime I meet someone here in the diaspora saying things like that, you know, um, Germany is one of the countries that gives a lot of support to even foreigners. And looking at you being someone who came from Africa, you've
Mm.
had all the opportunities, someone would say, and then
Yeah,
growing up to, I know you are in your late 20s or early 30s,
yeah, anything, yeah.
early 30s, and
Mhm.
talking about struggling about a place to sleep and something like that. How do you get to such a place when you have all the benefits
Yeah,
here in Germany?
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like it's not. I mean, of course, I had a place to sleep
Mhm.
where it's like okay, when it comes down on this is where I
You
can
can
sleep.
sleep. Okay.
But it's like with you personally, you feel like man, nah, I can't go there, I can't sleep there because of
Mhm.
like something like a history you had at that situation.
Okay.
Like you can't go back to your brother's, for example, you can't
Okay.
go back to your brother's house
Yeah.
because there's something going on there. It's
Okay.
like the not like on the how do you say, on the physical level, or
Mhm.
like on the how do you say, like a bed to sleep or a room to sleep,
So
but it's
more
like
like you needed a place of your own.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
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 yeah.
somewhere it's
Mhm.
like where you feel like okay, here's where I can really sleep.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And have a peace of mind
Peace
or
of
something
mind.
like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like you're not having a place to sleep, just that you didn't have a place of your own by then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like kind of like a place where I could feel like, comfortable.
Mhm.
because I could go back to my parents' house
Oh, okay.
if when it came
Push
down
come
to
to shove, yeah.
yeah, but it's like even there I feel like nah, I can't do that because it's like you know what I'm saying. It's the situation where you're in. It's like you certain things you can you can't go back to. You have to like figure out other ways and uh for you yourself you're like nah it's not gonna work. I have to figure something else. That's what I was saying. Like the
How did
struggle.
it come to something like that? People always have the notion that for someone to call themselves an artist,
Yeah.
you understand, they are definitely earning a good living. Because I remember quite the first time that I saw you, you were actually performing on occasion. So how does it come to the point whereby it has to be like, people, like I said, people believe artists always live this luxury life. So
Mm,
it should not come to a point why you will say having your place own is a problem. Maybe what we were talking about, that maybe it wasn't that luxurious. So for someone as an artist,
yeah.
is that to say being an African and being an artist here, you don't make a lot of money, or there's not much money when you go and perform in stages and stuff like that?
I mean, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. Depends on like what kind of like shows you get and whatever. But yeah, I mean, from now, like I see myself as an artist, yeah, but I'm still on the way,
On the way.
yeah,
Okay.
and it's like I'm not like okay at the position where I could say, um, I'm making millions,
Oh, okay.
but it's a process,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So definitely, yeah, the life for an artist is not as easy as
How hard is it to be an artist, an African artist here in Germany? Because the reason why I'm asking, the last time I had you here, you told me you've been doing this for, is it 10 years over, if
yeah,
I can remember,
yeah.
and you are still doing this and going. At what point would you finally stop reaping from this thing, from this music industry?
At what
At
point?
what point?
Um, yeah, probably when when I have like bigger shows, and I think for me to like really it has to be like more on an international level,
Level.
like go
Okay.
outside of Germany and
Okay.
have like other performances
Okay.
and
Yeah,
stuff
like I
like
said,
that.
anytime we do these interviews, the whole idea is for the younger generation and the kids that are coming to watch,
Yeah.
So because they see Ajay doing music, jumping on stage on all white boat party with roots and party at the park and all those places. They would like to emulate. Oh, like I like what Legeny is doing, I want to do.
Yeah,
So here's the case, we've been doing this, so let's say probably 15 years.
yeah.
And still you cannot boast up or tell us that you have a bigger. If you don't mind me asking, what's the biggest you've ever earned performing on these stages ever since you started music?
What do you mean the biggest earn?
What's the biggest paid? What's the biggest paycheck you've ever earned ever since you started this your music career?
Probably like for now, like I mean,
Ever since you started
I
so
think
now?
like just like 500. It's not a lot.
500.
Yeah, it's not.
So 500. So what is it that keeps you driving? Because if all we hear artists in Africa, likes of Davido, Burna Boy, and people
Mm,
taking more than $100,000, sometimes up to the tune of $1 million.
yeah.
So for you to be here in the diaspora, Germany's born, growing up here and doing music, and all you could say that your highest earning was 500.
Mm.
What is it that keep driving you not to stop doing the music and keep pushing?
The I mean the love of like
The
of doing
love.
music
Okay.
that and it's and the fact that I have I get a chance to like just bring out the ideas that I
Idea.
have,
Okay. Okay.
and I know it's like it is it is a struggle, and I'm not
Mm,
gonna like sit here and be like
mm,
yo life is good. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's real life, and being an artist is also something that looks fun, but
mhm,
it's on the real side, it's not actually,
mm,
you know, so. I mean, with everything in life, you have this and you have that,
mm.
But back, what I was saying is, so what keeps me going is just, I enjoy making music,
Okay.
and I have hope that it's not gonna stay like this all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's like we're moving, and
Oh,
of
okay.
course, it's been a long time. It's been years now,
Oh, okay.
but like just because it's been years, it doesn't mean that
Mm.
you have to give up.
So for you, it's all about showing your creativity.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
All
of,
right.
of course, eventually, money is
Mm.
it's another thing that comes to it, right?
You must be a very patient dog.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean, if I have to put myself in your position doing music for this long and my biggest hit is 500, bro, I'll be like, come on,
yeah,
man.
no, of
Yeah.
course. I mean,
Yeah.
but you're saying like total, or you saying
Like your biggest like mountain on stage, like which platform have ever paid you? Like say you have a show
Yeah,
today and they
yeah.
paying you, they go like, oh, Legeny, for this show we are paying you like 10,000 euros or something like that, and you say your highest was 500.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I
for
mean.
the,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it comes constantly, right?
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
so
saying.
let's say in a week, if you got like 5 shows and 500, that's like 2,500.
Something like
Well,
that.
that's
Yeah.
like something somebody's earning in a month, I guess. Then.
Yeah, and it's
All right,
yeah.
guys. All right, guys. So still, I'm here with the man Legeny, the genius, or that
legendary genius.
the genius. Yeah, and we're having a conversation here. So, Legeny, so let me ask you, have you gotten to that point where you go like, oh, this is my niche. This is what I feel like I'm good at. So let me concentrate on this. Because the last time I had you here, I remember you saying something like you used to play soccer and all those things. But recently on your posts and things, I realized you had a boxing match. And it looks like you fought with somebody and you won. Are you now a boxer slash music artist? Like, I mean, come on, tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's it can be quite confusing. So the thing is, so my main thing is I do music, but at the same time I'm still, I'm living my life and I'm a person,
Okay.
And aside of next to me, like before coming here, I was, I went to train, which is actually, good for myself to stay fit, and yeah, I started doing boxing as a way to, like, to have a balance, because music, you be just sitting,
Yeah.
producing, and you stay there, which is, it's
Okay.
nice, but also there's also some energy you have to let out,
That's very interesting you mentioned that, and I think that is one thing I like about most European artists and stuff. When you see someone training, you see someone doing music, they take time, go to the gym to have some fitness.
Yeah.
Unlike that, compared to Africa, you see someone, a singer, they don't invest, they don't understand that part of the craft.
Yeah.
That's one thing I see a lot of people doing. I think if that's the reason you are doing boxing, I think, yo, bro,
Yeah,
I think that's really
important. Yeah, it's really important. And I also, like, even with my parents too, like,
Mm.
just what you were talking about, like, we sometimes forget, like, the physical body
body,
also
yeah.
has a lot to do with the mental body,
Mhm.
And even with boxing, right now, like it's discipline.
Mhm.
You're not training your body, but you're training the mind.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
like days where I was like, okay, I wake up, I'm like, nah, I don't want to go, like,
You
training.
have to keep going
But
because you want to train the body
yeah,
as well as the mind. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and you train the discipline part.
Mhm.
And as I'm saying, like, I had my first fight after like 6 months
Mhm.
of, like, just starting boxing, and I've never been, been boxing before.
So that was your first time boxing.
Yeah.
And you knock out the guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean-
like the first fight was
Okay.
draw,
Okay.
but then the second one I won.
You won.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the
At,
second one,
what round of the fight did you win?
like at points.
But I know the boxing is all about rounds. Round 1, round 2, round 3. So
But if you've seen the video, I won all the rounds.
you won all the rounds.
all
You
the
just
rounds
knocked the
also.
guy down all the
Yeah,
rounds.
no, like, I didn't knock him down, but
Okay.
like almost.
Almost.
He was holding tight on me,
All right, guys. So, like I keep saying, this is Lapoteetv, where we have all the interviews with the African personalities that are here, as well as those ones who come to visit us here in the diaspora. So, if you're looking for a place and you want to be interviewed, Lapoteetv is the place to be. So it's really interesting. So, someone could say, for all you know, maybe boxing is your thing because you keep winning more in the boxing than even the boxing.
I'm saying, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's all. Like, even yesterday, right?
Mhm.
I was cooking,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like after, like, I cooked for kids and stuff like that, And after they were like, "Oh, it tastes really good. Yeah, you should be a cook." You know what I'm saying? You see, you see.
I got you.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like multi-talented. There are a lot of things that I feel like, I can't
You can do.
excel.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
And so, but for people, like, looking from the outside, they'll be like, "Yo, I'm confused. What are you doing now? Because you're doing this and that and that." At some point, it's like, okay, music is the main thing
It's
that
the
I
main
do.
thing,
I feel
yeah.
like that's where my focus is.
Mhm.
But all the other things that I do, for example, it's like, if I go to the gym and I work out and I'm disciplined and I'm actually good at it, and the coaches say, like, "Yo, do you want to fight?" And I have the chance to fight, I'm like, why not? Just take it. You know what I'm saying? It's like part of the journey that I'm going.
All right. So, let's say you get a fight and they pay you like 2,000 on the fight, or the biggest money you ever had more than
More than
doing
music.
artist. Are you gonna quit music and then just focus on that side?
No, I'm not gonna quit
So
music.
even if they don't pay you well, you never get that big, huge win you are expecting from music, you ain't quitting music.
No, I'm not quitting music.
All right, guys, you just said it. It's only on Lapoteetv that you got such interviews like this. The Man City here is a legendary Legenius, and he said that you don't have to wait for somebody to call you a legend. He said as for him, music is for life. Even if he doesn't get the amount of money that he's supposed to be paid, or he's not getting big money like the other artists do, he's still gonna stick with music. We're still here with you, legend. So here's one thing again, like I keep saying. Will you call yourself or consider yourself a jack of all trades?
Yeah.
Because
Also,
then again, I saw a video of you on Instagram, and then you were changing your clothes. I don't know whether you are now a fashionista or are you modeling for any brand or anything?
no, that's
Yeah.
so. I actually dropped a single,
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
And so the single that I dropped, I was doing like a video. to
Video.
that one.
Okay. All right. So that was what all the dancing all about, and you were just changing the clothes.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah,
my own clothes,
your
and
own
it's like
clothes.
supposed to like match
Eh,
the idea of the song that I was
okay.
saying.
Right,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's another creativity there in the house.
Yeah.
And then now let's talk. Then you were dancing. Are you a dancer as well? Because normally when someone is an artist, and they have a video coming out, they find somebody to do most of these things for them. Maybe do some dancing and stuff. But I realize you can always jump to the Instagram, social media, and do your dances on your own.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was. That's why I was talking about like being creative and stuff.
Mhm.
Because I like when I make the song, like the songs that I brought out, it's like it's not just any song that I made. I had like it's like an idea
Yeah.
and a story that I want to tell with the songs. And it's sometimes it's like it's hard to like find people who can like really how do you say, like manifest the idea
Of the song, of the
the
dance, the way.
the dance of the song or the idea that I have, the vision that I had in mind. And most of the time, it's like I figure like I try it myself.
Mhm.
I tried myself, tried to figure out. Of course, it's good till I have other dancers doing. It. Eventually, I will have like people, dance on it. But I just also I enjoy like exploring, and seeing what I can do, how far I can go, and yeah.
Time will not permit us. I would have liked you to, give us some moves on the dance side because trust me, anytime I say that this dance and then I start hitting the sound in my how's that chikiji? Hey, how's that chikiji? How did you come up with the formation, like
But you mean
with the dance formation, your dance?
With that one, actually, I was like, I was working together with like a dancer.
Oh, okay.
I taught him like this the idea, so like
Okay.
Let's figure out like how we
he's gonna-
make the moves and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you are the true originator of that dance.
No, I did together with the friend.
It's a friend, all right.
Yeah.
Guys, don't worry. I'm gonna show you how that dance looks like. Because you see the dance we are talking about. Maybe probably you want to hop on it on TikTok and then do your own thing. So yeah. So now let's come out. I realize you have a song that you were dropping, right? And I noticed you were doing some music video shooting. And what song is it? And tell us more about the song.
So it's a second single.
Oh, okay.
The first one is actually out already.
Okay.
Came Far was that was I was talking about last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that one we dropped like last month.
Okay.
And the second one we dropped this month is Jiggy.
G.
Jiggy Neu für Neu. So it's like two songs combined in one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the first one is it's like I'm a piano sound,
piano.
you know.
Okay.
And the story behind the one is like back then, right? I was basically when I went to school and stuff, I was always this energetic guy.
Okay.
With all these creative ideas and everything, like realizing, man, I can do this. But then teachers will talk me down, will try to like be like, yo, why do you have to, and it's not only me, this what all the other kids here, like especially black kids with a lot of energy, because they can't handle the kind of energy we have. It's like, why do you always have to be the first guy to stand up? Why always so much energy? Relax, be calm. You don't always have to like be in the center of attention.
Attention.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that a lot.
You know,
I get that a lot. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So and that's what I got like back then. And for me coming to like trying to be myself and trying to explore like everything, and hearing this from older people, I felt like it was kind of like it was a bad thing.
But don't you think there's a place and a time for everything? So probably maybe you were in class by then and then you were supposed to be concentrating and it's just you bringing out this energy and that's why maybe they said things like that?
Yeah, I get it. But sometimes you're right. You're totally right.
Mm-hmm.
And but you also have to understand at the same time, it's like, okay, but we're speaking of a child,
Mm-hmm.
who, um, even though if that child is that way,
Mm-hmm.
there has to be a better way to make that child know that this is not the right time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
get you.
if I at that point, if I took it in a bad way,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, of course. But like, I think there could also be like other ways
Other ways for them to like
for them to
correct
bring it
you. Or
across.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Because I mean, it is a mistake in the system if someone telling a person trying to correct or teach a person, for him ending up being traumatized like for that means the kind of like education or the way the person did it was not effective for a child. I'm speaking about a child. For me right now, like, and as an adult, okay, I get it.
You get it.
Yeah, I get it. Like,
Okay.
but even so, I still back what I was saying, the way how I received that message, it was like it kind of like made me feel bad about
Put you down.
myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was traumatized, and then since then I was like there was a long period of time where I was like really like scared to make mistakes,
Mistakes, yeah.
scared to do something, scared to say something, scared to like be in center of attention because it seemed like something bad.
Okay. I kind of have this feeling that the African kids born here in Germany always find a way to blame the system because look at what you're talking about. This teacher is probably taking care of like 20 kids or 30 kids for him or herself.
Yeah.
And then one kid happens to be so hyperactive. Sometimes, so don't you feel like sometimes it tends to be too much for the teacher, his or herself, or the teacher?
I mean, yeah, that I totally agree. Tends to be too much, but that's all. At the same time, I was saying, um, even though it is too much for her, but it's her job. You know,
All right.
it's her job. Like
You're right on
she's
that. Yeah.
she's getting paid like to deal, and she knows that there are like other kids. And with that, what you were saying is like, which just it tells that kid is probably not in the right environment,
Yeah.
or it's not made for that. And that's why I understand. For me, as an artist, as someone who has like this all these creative mind and all these ideas, and probably wants to do would like to invest his energy somewhere else, doesn't actually belong to the classroom where he has to sit down,
Sit down.
where by his nature it's like, no, I have to move. You know what I'm
So
saying?
throughout your time, you feel like you're not that kind of a guy, that guy who wants to sit down in a row, work in the bank, sit on the computer. You
Yeah.
always feel like that kind of guy always want to be there doing his own thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
out because I have because there's this energy,
Energy.
this screaming like, yo, let's get active, let's get creative,
active.
let's do something. I can't. And I mean, at the end of the day, and that's also like the part of what I was saying, what has to do with like being a legend, and also like I figure like early on, like school is not something, it's not for me, but I still graduated from school. Why? Because I realized that like a lot of people, especially like immigrants, they've been told that they can't make it, and I heard it too, because just because, and that's what I'm saying, just because someone is not good at reading and writing doesn't mean that person is dumb.
Yeah.
He's just creative on a different, like he's talented on a different way, but like, so back to what I was saying is, I actually one of the reasons why I finished school, graduated from school, was so I can be like a role model for all these other kids that they tell them that you can't make it, you're dumb, du kannst nicht between schaffen.
Like, guess what you mean?
So that's the reason why I was like, I know that I'm a musician. I know that my path is actually, I'm a creative guy, and I'm never gonna sit like in the office and work a 9 to 5 job, or like how do you say it? Yeah, like just an office job. So school is actually,
Not your thing.
not my thing. Like, for example, like a best friend of mine who like we were in class together, he quit school and started doing his own thing. And after that, like I graduated and he was earning more money, was more like how would you say, like successful in his term, because he was doing what he felt like this is what I should do,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And he was also like me, like also this energetic guy, and he had like all lots of issues with the teachers and people in the
So now
class.
he's more successful. He quit school.
Yeah,
Okay, Jay, it's good you just said that, but you are still doing music, and I always like to go back to how far you say you've been doing this.
yeah.
Are you successful right now? Because it seems to be what you like doing. Would you say you are successful now?
I would
in
say
music?
on a personal level
Mhm,
that in fact they use, because you're saying like I've been doing this for so long, I haven't quit,
mhm,
which is I feel like it's success in
mhm.
itself. You know
The
that
fact that you're not quitting is success in itself,
yeah,
even though you feel like you're not where you need to be in
yeah.
it.
I'm not where I'm totally not where, and I know for a
Someday,
fact that
yeah.
it's like it's moving,
Mhm,
but I also feel like there is you know a certain things that you have to go through, you know, a certain test that you have to go through,
mhm.
and you can't and to get to somewhere,
Where, yeah,
and you can't get there if you quit.
quit.
If I like for what I know, what's now in front of me is
Mhm,
big.
mhm.
I can't tell what, but I know what was in front of me is big because I didn't stop back then. If I would have stopped back then, I would never get a chance to see what's coming now.
It's coming. All right, guys. Like I said, this is still Lapoteetv, and I'm here with the man, the legend himself. And like he's saying, whatever you want to do in this life, never give up. No matter how long it's taking, if something that you love and it's your dream, it's your passion, keep going for it. I mean, someone said, this guy, what's the name? Something Jackson. He's an actor in the US.
Mhm.
And someone said he started his career actually pick up at the age of 40. And you are not even 39 or 35 yet. So you seem to have more time
Yeah,
before definitely you get successful in the music.
yeah, yeah.
All the best. I
Thanks,
wish
yeah,
you all the
thanks.
best in the music industry then. Okay, so I just still with you. So tell me, still on the new song that you dropped, this Jiggy, huh?
Yeah.
Jiggy. Then just give me 2 or 3 lines in the song. I really like that song. But honestly, I don't have the words
I
in.
said,
Yeah. What were you
Jiggy,
saying?
you mean just 3 lines?
Yeah, just give me some lines of the song. Let's know what you're actually saying.
For example, I
Mhm,
say,
mhm.
me a different, but my tongue see me Jimmy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's it go because
Scheiße, ich
what?
make
Yeah.
up Songs gegen den vergib
Okay.
Multitalent, weil ich will.
Okay.
Undisputed, Buddha still.
Mm-hmm.
Get Vanny focus, but we did it for a thrill. But you know we gotta eat, but you know we got some bills, but you know my Charlie deep is expensive.
Okay.
DMX, body, yeah, guns aggressive.
Okay.
For the club, Fenty makeup on the red lips. On top, secret Adi let lips. Do it for the fam, do it for the gram. One time, young caught, let's go, Jiggy.
Okay, so what was all that? Me, the part that I love very well. Jiggy,
Jiggy, yeah.
Jiggy. I just love that. But just tell me in simple words. What all you just say? What was the message?
So the message with the Jiggy song right
Mhm.
there is just I was born to shine.
Mhm.
Why should I hide myself?
Okay.
You know, so basically
Mhm.
why if I have the energy to like be active,
Uh-huh.
why should I listen to people telling me that
Mhm.
yo sit down,
Sit
dim
down.
your light,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So and back to what I was explaining,
Mhm.
basically I was traumatized by hearing from
Hearing
people
all
like,
these things people are saying.
and so I started hiding myself,
Hiding
you know.
yourself.
I was like wearing like especially like clothes where I wouldn't
Be
be
seen.
seen, yeah, you know.
Get
And
you.
if I go in a room, I'll be like I'll be
Yeah.
hide myself
Yeah.
like emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
So with the Jiggy song, it was I realized like nah, like why you know I was gifted. I have a beautiful face. I have this energy. So why would
I hide you.
why hide yourself?
I just want to say thanks for dropping that song.
Yeah,
I want to
thanks.
tell you there's a whole lot of people that are going through a similar
Yeah.
thing, you know. You come in a situation, people tell you are too active. I mean, you should calm down. But I mean, and that's the thing. I believe there's this thing we call temperament.
Yeah.
We have melancholy, phlegmatic, and sanguine, and all those things. You can't expect someone who is phlegmatic to be a melancholy person, you know. So temperament, your temperament is like also how you are as a person. So
Yeah.
I'm glad at least you noticed this thing and you decide to put it out there. So young ones that are coming, that also people try to talk them down in trying to be who they are, they're definitely going to hear your song, and I'm sure they're going to try and be the same without letting anybody talk them down.
Yeah.
Still on your song, Ajay. So tell me, where do you normally get all these ladies from? I see a whole lot of ladies in your video.
Yeah.
These cute ladies, and where do you come?
Connections, yeah, connections, you know.
Okay, it's all about connection. Yeah.
Just, you know, just ask him like, you know, are you down doing a video?
Mm-hmm.
And then most of but I mean, people are excited also,
Mhm.
and it's also like the other thing that I like is also one of the things I'm also doing. It's like to give other people a chance.
Okay.
You know, because there are
Okay.
also like pretty ladies out there
Okay.
who are also like, you know, hiding themselves, and
themselves,
they don't even realize. They realize that they want to do like this video modeling or whatever, but like,
More of what society's saying, huh?
yeah,
Mhm.
you know, and for me to like go there and be like, yo, I'm doing a music video. Would you like?
To be a part and
And then you see like, oh, they'll be like, really, for real? Yeah, well, you know, they're excited to be part of it because it also helps them push themselves further. And this is, you know, what I'm all about.
All right, guys. So this is Lapoteetv, and I'm here with the man, legendary,
Genius.
genius, and like he
Leg-
said,
legendary genius.
and
Yeah.
like he said, I mean, he's using his music as a platform to offer people who are shy, want to do things, they're not coming out, thinking of society, what society's gonna say. And I also want to use this opportunity to say the same thing. If you are an African there, you have something that you were doing, and you're looking for a platform where you want to air out your views. Contact Lapoteetv, and we're gonna have an interview with you. So, Legeny, when is that song dropping again?
So that song is already
It's already out, but
yes,
it's the video that you are
video
okay.
is
When should we
already
expect the video?
the videos, yeah, supposed to be like probably ending of this month.
Ending of this month.
Ending of this month,
Oh,
beginning of next month.
okay.
Yeah, because everything is done.
Done
Actually.
already.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna see the video on YouTube,
YouTube.
and all the platforms,
Yeah,
right?
TikTok. Probably
Okay.
gonna make TikTok. And
So, all right,
Instagram,
guys, in case you want to support the brother, there's not much to be said. Jay dropped the song. So the title of the song is Jiggy, right?
Jiggy 040, yeah.
Jiggy what?
Jiggy 040. Jiggy
He's
040.
Yeah,
Because
zero,
zero, you know,
yeah, no for
Hamburg.
no, 0 for 0. So like, if you want to support the brother, just check out for that song. The energy is massive. I mean, I saw the behind the scenes of the video, and look, it was serious, man, with all these girls inside. So if you're that kind of person and you like good song, I mean, check out for the song that he's dropping. So it's good we have that set. So we'll be expecting it. So, Legeny, so tell me, after this video that you are dropping, what's next?
So next is my EP.
You are dropping an EP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know if did I mention last time that I was planning to.
Right, you said you were trying to drop something, the whole thing about manager, and the manager didn't work. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's like you know, lots of things and that. Yeah, but I'm you know, so it's actually 5 songs EP.
EP.
Yeah, so
Okay.
2 singles are already out,
Okay.
and then the other 3 songs are being mixed and mastered
Okay.
right now. And yeah, so I'll drop them like an EP.
All right, guys. So expect much from the camp of legendary
Genius.
So
Legendary genius.
let me ask you: are you looking forward to a point whereby you one day will be signed by a big record label or something like that?
I would say like it's kind of like on the other side it would be good, you know, but on the other side I feel like it's not. I don't even know if I will be needed or if I need it, you know, because right now the song that I released it, you know, independently.
Independently,
You know, and the question is, yes, of course, label, you know, the only thing I think if I would like, let's put it this way, if I would like make a deal with a label, then I think probably as for marketing wise, you know.
Okay. So you don't want to be signed. You just want someone to handle your marketing, but
Yeah,
so you
like,
just want to do your own thing.
Yeah, just have like a corporation in that way, because I understand. Okay, having a label because they are big and huge, they have connections and stuff like that. They can like you know bring you to some places. So, and as what I've learned is also like there are like different types of deals you can sign. You know, you know, there's like this 360 deal where it's like you know it's everything, or like you can also sign like a publishing deal or whatever. So I think it's probably like for me what will work best is just to have like the kind of like publishing, you know, where it's like you know they will help with like marketing.
Your marketing aspect.
You know.
Do you think there's a record label? Do you even think there's an industry here in Germany in terms of the African community when it comes to music? Do you think there's a music industry at all?
I mean, I think and I hope I believe there's someone there, but as for now, I only know like a few.
Oh, okay.
But of course, you know, it can be bigger. It can be.
The reason why I'm asking you, most of the times when you see young Africans doing music here in the diaspora or in the Western world, their dream it's one day that a record label from Africa will sign them, or sometimes they do their music, they don't get so huge here, but they get huge in Africa. Let's take somebody like Wendy Shea.
Yeah.
So
I met her too.
What do you think is the reason behind that Africans cannot grow in music when they are in the diaspora or in the Western world, or
Yeah.
and they really get recognized back home?
Yeah, because I think, I mean, I would say it's more like about the population too.
Population, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, the music, because
Mm-hmm.
of course Afrobeat is getting bigger here now, but I think the level of Afrobeats in Ghana
Mm-hmm.
is
It's
probably
much more.
different
Okay.
than here, right?
Okay.
And also, I think also the language,
Mm-hmm.
because Afrobeat mostly English and, and other, and here it's, even in clubs sometimes people they like Afrobeats too, but they also like prefer Dutch,
Dutch
German,
music.
German music.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like back there is like because of like the population and like the people. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So, like you say, in this Lapoteetv, we can always just one day to talk about everything. I've been here with the man, legendary
Genius.
genius himself, and we've had some conversation. And like I said, he's got a video that is coming out. Check out for his video. And like he says, he's also offering opportunities. So if you're someone that you like to dance and do all those things, you feel shy. I mean, he's been through similar situation. They want to help people to come out and do what they want to do. So you can always contact the man, legendary genius. And we're not going to say much. I think we're going to bring this interview to an end. So once again, I want to say thanks for
Yeah,
coming to the Lapoteetv. Is there something you want to say to your fans before we leave?
Definitely stay fit. Yeah, keep pushing. And it's all about, like, the name of the EP is also say like AE, always evolving,
Always evolving.
because it's all about improvement.
Improvement. All right.
Where you are right now is cool, but like understand that
You can be a better place.
you're growing. Yeah, and you're here today, you could be somewhere
Somewhere
else tomorrow.
else. Okay.
And so, yeah.
So, all right, guys. Once again, we want to say thanks for watching. Have a nice time. Bye bye.
All right, peace.
Peace. Yeah.